Hello everyone, this is Adam Vincent for January 2014 MDF3 week 1. So this week we had to pretty much create an application that opened on an implicit intent from another application. So what I did is I built a web browser. Actually, as I got into programming the web browser, I really kind of liked learning about the functionality of how different things worked with web browsers. So I'm going to continue on with this project, for future, just for future portfolio projects, and possibly release it later on, or incorporate it into something else. So anyway, this is actually what's viewing now is my Java 2 app. But this is just for purposes to show the intent. So when I go to click this About button, this actually is supposed to send a URL to an NBA site on the, for instance, the Atlanta Hawks. Well, when I click it, it gives me the options for the different browsers. So if I click Easy Web, which is my application, I'll click it just once, then it sends me to my app. But as you see, it doesn't send me to that particular web page. It just sends you to my default Google. Hopefully, that'll work for the purpose of this this assignment. I'm still going to try to work on the functionality before due time, but anytime I try anything, it makes my app crash. So, just to kind of show off my browser here, got my little progress bar that pops up, loads up, drops down, and hides when it's finished loading. And then I'll show you landscape orientation. I was having some issues, and evidently it's just by default when you flip it from portrait to landscape, it actually restarts the application. Well, that was not working for me, so I fixed it. It was a little setting in the manifest. And then of course your backwards buttons, forward buttons. You can actually stop the loading. Shows you history. You can clear the history. It's gone now. So that's that's my little application. I'm gonna keep going with it, like I said. So I don't really understand the first question as far as what features did I add to my implicit intent to enhance it. I'm not really sure what that question's asking. So call me stupid if you want, but I'm just not really sure. Other than making my URL come over, which also falls into what would I have done differently. I would have gotten it to work to be able to pull the data from the URI, but I was just having problems with it. It kept making my app crash, like I said. So the question, what do I feel like I haven't learned in Java that I know in Objective-C? Well, I'm just going to continue, we're going to continue on in Objective-C. I mean, there's a lot in both languages that I don't know. I don't know near as much in either language as I do in, say, web languages, because I've been working in those professionally for a long time. That's really why I'm here. I'm a designer that's learning how to code, so I'm wanting to learn as many languages as I can. I feel like we're learning the basics and stuff like that, but all the complex functionality and stuff we're not really learning, and we're having to find outside resources, which is completely fine. I have no problem. I'm learning enough about the languages that I can actually research what I'm wanting to do, and go from there. And I guess that kind of falls into the whole clarification thing. There wasn't any videos at all this week, but I was able to run through the documentation and stuff, and really didn't have a problem this week, other than just passing that URI information over to my web browser, which for some reason didn't want to work right. So anyway, that's me for the week. So hope everyone has a great week.